This is for Stefano Sezzi. Basically, kind of a critique. The first thing is the big thing is anatomy. Um, Looking at what you've got here, the first and foremost thing is, you're drawing straight on, but you're to actually like grab this arm. You have to really pay attention to the way things are, because so the first thing that I see off is if you bend this arm down, which is straight through here, like so. Let me just get a little bit bigger. So you bend this arm down. Basically, this arm here is too long because it would go around where the belly button ends, so it would be right about there. And then this here, by adding that on there, that puts her wrist right here, and then when she unfolds her hand, it's actually by her knees. So proportions need to be kind of adjusted. Now this one's a little bit better, but the issue with this one is you want to bring it backwards, and the problem with bringing it backwards is you don't really have that reverse lighting. So the problem is you want to build that arm so that it forms like this. See here with this, especially with this big curve like this, and is going to really sell the bend backwards. And then the other thing is you don't put the hand behind it because it's actually like she's putting it on her butt, and so that needs to be adjusted there. So it needs to be almost back more and adjusted. Shoulders on a female are generally slope a little bit more, so the arms would actually drop lower, and that's going to be another issue. The anatomy is you can actually push the anatomy in here. So rib cage, and then there will be a little space, and then it's pelvis, which is the iliac crest here, and then the thigh is going to come out a little bit more. So you're going to have more form in there than what you've got here. So learn to build up the muscles and that sort of thing. Now, if you're looking for kind of a synthetic surface, um, you want to the first thing you want to do is you want to lower your contrast. If this is let's just kind of get rid of this. So if this is a matte finish, matte finishes will not have that bright highlight on there. So you want to get more blend in there to basically blend that together. And then you can do a little rim light on there, but don't do anything drastic. That's if you want a matte finish. And then what you would do is, lay your texture on an overlay and kind of form it to the figure. The other problem is you don't have a dimension to it, so you want to kind of flow a little bit more of this color. And then what I would do is go darker with a darker color, and that'll actually, you see how that's starting to pull the form a little bit more, and that's going to kind of give you the core shadow that you need to kind of show what you're doing. Now if you're doing shiny, it really depends on what shiny is, because the aspect what you have is you have the right idea, but if you want shiny, you need to have the specular highlights in there. So this is, see, just very little specular highlight is going to show that reflection light in there. And then what you would do is, whichever way the light is coming, you're going to give that kind of an add-on in there, kind of blend it in. So that's how you could do the super specular. And then you would also do reflective highlights. So you would see some of this in here, like that. Now the other thing is, look at your form of your helmet. You squish one side of the helmet in order to fix it, put it in there. Other things that you want to do is pay attention to the silhouette. And what I mean by that is the silhouette is right now is really generic. But if you were to, let me just create a new layer and I'll show you. So if you were to, let's put her face here, like so, and turn a little bit of the nose, maybe some of the chin, maybe get that 3/4 look, and pull this out like so, not having her look at the camera, and then flowing some of this hair. If you want that flowing hair, flowing that hair backwards like so. So that starts becoming a lot more of a silhouette. And then what you want to do is, what I personally would do is I'd angle the body so that you can see more of the female curves on there. And something like this, maybe something like that. And just by doing that, my silhouette becomes much more actionable. And then you can put in the other aspect of, carrying the helmet, something like that, and then possibly angling the shoulder over here, that type of thing. So and that's just an idea. It's not definitive, but again, get your anatomy in there, get your proportions in, and for the matte finish, you want very little highlights, and for the gloss finish, you want really extreme highlights. And so those are the things that I would tell you to work on. All right.